Go.
We were told that this sort of came to a head. This weekend, and this is why President Biden decided now to do this. But as Isaac was just saying, that really is a sense of the conversation that has been going on really inside the family. And I'm told this has been very much a family discussion and something that has been not widely shared or discussed as a policy matter inside the West Wing. But there was a worry of future prosecutions or future potential of what the incoming Trump Justice Department could do. So that, of course, is freighted in all of this as well. But for now, this moment, this certainly is a decision that President Biden, I'm guessing, did not come to easily. But as you played that statement before, so much has changed since June when he told David Muir of ABC News that he would not do that. Of course, his station in life has changed. He will not be a second-term president, did not complete his campaign. So that is why, sort of leading up to this, that's why I'm told a decision was reached finally this weekend after spending time together in Nantucket.
Yeah, and he said he didn't want to delay it further.
What is going on, my friends? Whew, I'm mourning my lost Niners season because it's bad. It's really bad. The house is on fire. The dog has not been saved, and the the cars have bombs planted underneath them. So that's how it's going. But anyways, hey, welcome. It's going better for Hunter Biden tonight than for me and my team. And welcome to the live. We got lots to talk about, and I'm here early because I can't watch my team just be pummeled anymore in the snow, being wheeled off on carts, dying. And so I'm going to drink some rum while I talk to you guys about Hunter Biden, Kash Patel, and this insanity starting to line up in our markets. So you guys ready to talk tonight? What's up, by the way? I missed you all. Happy late Thanksgiving. It's been 4 days, guys. I hope you guys got as rested and had as much time, good times with family and friends, ate good food like I did. It's been a beautiful time. Rum Dog, numero uno tonight. Big Swede, number 2. Alan Krentz in the hizzy. Troy Man, what's going up, my friends? Toe Cramp, Kasink, Vince Felice, Darren Collins, ESK, Danny, Akira, The One, What to Do, ESK, John Cox, Kim Wiley, Stony Bones, Pat Shagoya. Good to see you all. Frankie S. Bob Wren is so painful. Sliver, Linda Telly. Look at all these beautiful people. Pizza. I was looking at a comment here. Mark Lynch and Greta Trutchgren. That I can't even talk tonight. That's how embarrassed and painful I am watching my team. Anyways, but guys, tonight, our man Joe Biden, he freaking just changed everything. He changed the game by pardoning his son. So all of a sudden we have new precedent set, because not only did he pardon his son, he went all the way back to 2014 and pardoned him for 11 years of nonsense. In fact, he has another, I think, hour to commit whatever crime he wants, because he's now pardoned for it. But there's some interesting stuff coming up for that. For one thing, Trump is already out there telling us that he's not going to mess around with this. Check this out. Does the pardon given by Joe to Hunter include the J6 hostages who have now been in prison for years? Such an abuse and miscarriage of justice. Interesting. So there's now precedent to just blanket pardon all these people. In fact, Joe was out there saying multiple times, I'm not going to pardon Hunter. You think he's a little scared because Kash Patel is coming in? I think he might be. Because you know what? Hunter has been paying the big guy 50% for Burisma and all his fun times out there in Ukraine. So, I mean, my God, people, we are watching the craziest times I've ever seen. I mean, between this nonsense when the attacks on Trump getting elected, and now what they're trying to pull before Trump gets in there, this is insanity. It's absolute insanity. And crazy things happen when you're winning. I just got to say that because we're getting old Kash Patel in now. And I'm telling you, that was a bombshell because, Trump waited Trump waited so long to put Cash in there to say he was going to be the FBI director that my thought was he was going to wait till Ray actually resigned, which is supposed to happen after this Christmas. Ray already put his, well, I don't know if it's official, but he put it out there that he's going to resign after Christmas. And so I thought he'd wait because there's already a guy in the job and it's a 10-year deal once you get appointed. But Trump went ahead and did it. And so this is going to get interesting, and you can tell that Joe doesn't like it. Joe's freaking out. So this is what we wanted, though, folks. This is what we wanted. It's going to make liberal heads explode. I mean, because this is the kind of stuff they're terrified over right here. So Cash says he's seen every single JFK file in the entire 9/11 report, knows exactly what's happened, who is involved. Now he's the FBI director. Recently discussed with Trump creating a public D-class office, making classified information public once he gets back in office. Whew. Are you guys ready for a good time? Don't threaten me with a good time. I need it after what I saw from my team today. This was our last chance. We had to win this game. I didn't think we were going to win it. And then to see McCaffrey finally look like McCaffrey and then get injured, NFL's over for me this year. It's done. And so I need good news. Thank God for Trump giving it to me. So, good signs all around. Let me catch up with the chat real quick before we move on here. Big JR says nobody was more surprised Hunter was pardoned than Joe. Right? Alcrat's pardoned all the way back to Ukraine. Yeah, back to 2014. 11 years of pardons. Can you imagine how insane that is? I don't think that's ever been done before. Mark Lynch says, have fun being subpoenaed to court in 2025 and not having the Fifth Amendment available to you and your pardon not covering your testimony. Great point. So because he no longer can be held criminally liable for crimes he talks about, there's no reason to plead the Fifth anymore, which that opens up a lot of issues. That opens up a lot. So if he can't plead the Fifth and he's in testimony, that's a good way to go after Joe Sr., whoever else is messing around, maybe Obama administration stuff behind the scenes. Very interesting what could happen there. Kryptonian, the AG, and hire Matt Gaetz. It's time to fight. Yeah, there you go. Fan says, this helps Trump. I feel your pain being a Bears fan. It's rough. Biden the hypocrites is Michael Tucker. I agree. Dems are the lawfare embraces. That is absolutely true. Pardon is admitting guilt, says jet lag. I think partially true, especially in cases like this where it's personally benefiting you. In the case of somebody like, if it's a president's job to be in charge of the Justice Department. So if he pardons other people, he might, he has the power to say, I think this was wrongful. It doesn't always mean guilt. So I don't necessarily always agree with that, but I do in a situation like this. So you thought I was abducted by aliens? I am looking hairier. Listen, my wife said she wants to see what it looks like when I grow the beard out. So I'm growing it out. I don't know how long it'll last. I'm not used to this. I'm not usually this thick in the hair. Facial hair, but the wife asks, and so this man responds when the wife asks. That's how I do it. Winter coat, that's right. Drew Saval, a presidential pardon doesn't mean the state can't go after him. That is very true. Nick Jeff, if I have his power, I would do the same. He's a son. Trump will do the same as Trump. What? Trump's gonna pardon who? There's nobody on his side he has to pardon. I disagree, Nick. I think. Listen, I have 6 kids. If my kids did something absolutely abysmal, as heartbreaking as it would be, I'd let them face justice. I would. The only way I'd pardon them is if I knew they were innocent or if I truly believe they were. So I disagree with that. It's really scummy to pardon your own unless you're very positive they're innocent. Gretchen says, White House said Hunter blackmailed Joe with potential to publish a book. Wow. I could see that. Yeah. It opens up to perjury charge in court, Mark Lynch says. That's interesting. Biden doing this, he buried the Democratic Party. That's interesting. See, in my opinion, the Democratic Party's already been buried this election season. And what they do is they're just digging their grave deeper and deeper and deeper. And they're making so many mistakes, it's unreal. I mean, they don't understand. They don't understand what why they lost. They can't figure it out. They are sure that they did nothing wrong. It's interesting. I've been listening to liberal podcasts nonstop since the election, and they are knocking on all the wrong doors. It's fascinating. And it's amazing because it means like they're just going to screw themselves even more going forward, which I'm all for. They'll keep themselves out of power forever at this rate. They don't get it. They don't get that they've been completely repudiated and rejected. And again, as I've shared on many videos and proven to you guys, the biggest issue is that they lost culture. If you lose culture, you're done. Politics swims downstream from culture. And liberals forever were the cool guys. They ran pop culture. They were what everybody aspired to be as far as in entertainment. What they were cool. They had the good food, everything. And all of a sudden, conservatives have taken that over. And so now it's more cool to be conservative. And it's cool because we're no longer the establishment. We're the outsiders. So we have, they have the mainstream media. We have the podcast land. We have the independent shows, the independent journalists. It's punk rock to be conservative all of a sudden. And when you get that, when you get the culture, say goodbye. It's going to be a long time till they come back. And it's going to take it even that much longer because they don't get it. They do not get it. They still think that this election was only about inflation or something stupid like that. Yeah, no. they're insane, but that's okay. We want them to stay in their little bubbles and have no idea what the issues are. So, Wicked, who's going to pardon Joe? Being Hunter was pardoned in 2014. Big guy. Yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it? We'll see what happens with that. I hope the J6 victims get pardoned as well. I do as well. I really do. Big B, your beard's 9 inches long. Holy smokes. That's impressive. I don't know if I'll make it there. The Woke Museum in DC. This is dead and gone. Jenny, what's up? God bless you. Hope you had a great holiday as well. Thank you so much. Coin to ham, fingers getting ready to squeeze. I think a lot of stuff's getting ready to squeeze. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I want to go through some of this stuff with Kash Patel first. And then I'm going to go onto the market because there are some fascinating things here. So look at this clip right here. I want to share with you guys. This is really interesting stuff.
Never believed that the CIA killed Kennedy.
No. You're talking to a guy that's read the entire JFK file.
You've seen all the secret stuff?
I've seen all of that, and I've seen the 7 pages of the 9/11 report. I've seen it all.
You don't say that to people that you can't tell what you saw.
I could be bribed with these in Texas.
My name is Cash.
How scared are they? How freaking scared? You gotta imagine they're terrified. There's more Cash. This guy, he's so awesome. I'm so excited for this. Watch.
The biggest problem the FBI has come out of its intel shops. I'd break that component out of it. I'd shut down the FBI Hoover building on day one and reopening the next day as a museum of the deep state. And I'd take the 7,000 employees that work in that building and send them across America to chase down criminals. Go be cops. You're cops. Go be cops. Go chase down murderers and drug dealers and violent offenders. What do you need 7,000 people there for? Same thing with DOJ. What are all these people doing here? looking for their next government promotion, looking for their next fancy government title, looking for their parachute out of government. So while you're bringing in the right people, you also have to shrink government. The biggest problem the FBI has had.
Not only is it what are they doing there, it's like, like 90+% of government workers right now are working remote. I mean, it's not just what are they doing there, it's that they're not doing anything. They're lawfare, they're building cases against like how to go after, how to keep their power as the deep state, whatever. It's the FBI is a total joke. They're probably watching me right now. What's up, guys? Kash Patel is going to be your new daddy. I'm excited for that. But Kash is no joke. And so this is the one that's one of the reasons Trump saved this for last is because this is going to blow heads up on the liberal side. But Trump played this perfect because, again, like I told you guys with Matt Gaetz, what did Trump do? He moved the goalposts. Okay. So the whole Matt Gaetz blow up happens. He seems so crazy that on the Hill, they all hate him because he's been going after him for years. And so Trump set the crazy goalpost from over here to way over here. And when it happened over here, now he's able to bring in these other guys. And now since the goalposts have been moved, it's going to be much harder for the Senate to not do it. And even Elon's out there saying, Kash is our line in the sand. You guys do not nominate him. We're going after all of you. We're primarying the snot of you guys. Listen, I'm already seeing people in the chat here saying he won't get nominated or won't get confirmed. I disagree. Trump is going to put on, listen, we run the party now. The Senate is the last bastion, the last area where they're still trying to fight it. Okay. And so they're still trying to hold off and stay establishment, but it's not going to happen. MAGA owns the Republican Party now. And so what we'll do is we'll keep pushing and we'll primary them. We'll light up their phones because MAGA is not a sit at home crowd. We're not a movement that doesn't get stuff done. We're a movement that goes after the problems. That's how we've already gotten rid of almost every senator that voted against Trump in the impeachment trial. We've gotten rid of all kinds of representatives that were rhinos. We got more to go, but we've been clearing them out. They know how powerful we are as a movement. And they know, here's one big thing that a lot of people who keep saying this about the Senate don't think about. Trump, when he picked Vance, he picked a successor. He didn't pick establishment guy Pence or somebody else that was going to just toe the line, make everybody happy in the Republican establishment, and give them hope that when Trump is gone, it's over. And that's why in 2016, they fought so hard because they were all like, oh, we'll wait it out. Once Trump's gone, this will never happen again. He can't keep this going. There's no real movement here. If he goes away, Pence will step up. He's our guy. If we get rid of Trump in 4 years, it's over. It'll move on. No, what Trump did this time is he put J.D. Vance in. They put out a psyop out there into the media that said this is the worst VP pick ever. And then as Trump kept gaining and everybody saw J.D., they were like, oh my God, this VP pick is amazing. This is the best VP pick ever. He is all in on MAGA. He's even more well-spoken than Trump. He can handle questions better than Trump. He can debates, whatever. He's young. He's a good-looking dude. He's military. He's smart as a whip. This guy is all in. He's got nothing to lose. He's going to continue the movement. And I've said it before. I think Trump, as a biblical allegory, Trump is David. He's coming in. He's wrecking shop. He's the man of war. He's clearing out the house. He's setting up a new kingdom. He's building it and getting it started. He's wiping out the enemies. And then J.D. Vance comes in and he's the Solomon type who comes in with more wisdom, seeing the movement. Okay. The enemies are cleared out mostly. And what he does is he comes in, he builds and we enter into the American golden age, which I do believe is coming. And that's the problem. They don't have an out card anymore. They don't have a get out of jail free card anymore. Trump getting in this time was the most dangerous thing that's ever happened to the deep state, the establishment, the rhinos, anybody. Okay. So this is a long lasting movement. So the Senate is holding on. They're holding on, but they know that if they don't play along, and Trump's gonna put it to their throat. I guarantee it. He's gonna push the hammer on them. And if they don't play ball, they're gone. And they will be gone because this is a Republican Party now. And so the only ones I'll hold out are Susan Collins, Murkowski, because they're voted in by Democrats anyways. Murkowski because it's a tiered rank, it's a ranking vote system in Alaska, and Collins because in Maine they're all Democrats and just they want to feel cool voting Republican, I guess. And she's basically a Democrat anyway. So it's, they'll keep voting against it, but everybody else has got stuff to worry about. So I disagree. I think he'll get through and it's going to be on. 59 likes. Come on, guys. We're at 160 watch and we can do it. Please hit that like, share, subscribe. We got some more to talk about. Liberal heads are exploding as Kash Patel is now FBI director or will be soon. And so heads are exploding. Hunter Biden just got pardoned, which opens up a whole nother can of worms. And we got some craziness to talk about in the stock market and economy, but please hit that like, share, subscribe. I appreciate it, guys. Please support the channel. Greatly appreciated. It's December 1st. We're going to have the best December we've ever had on this channel. We're going to blow it out because of all that's going on. And we got a lot to talk about going into the new year. And I think a lot of news is about to happen. Let's see, catch up with the chat before I move on here. Looks like you guys are mostly talking amongst yourselves, except for Thomas Dubois is back, my friend. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're feeling well. How is how's your treatment going, friend? How's your pain? Because we've missed you, and it's just good to see you. I'm just really glad to see you, man. It's been too long. Check this out. So Benny Johnson, a great tweet. I'm sure it's a coincidence that Joe Biden frantically decides to give Hunter the largest pardon in history to erase 11 years of federal crimes less than 24 hours after Kash Patel's announced as FBI director. Very interesting. Very interesting. You think that's coincidental? I don't think so. Truly don't. So right here, I'm not sure that Joe Biden has fully considered the ramifications of his pardon of Hunter. Pardon is extremely broad, covers activities while Joe is vice president. This means Hunter cannot plead the fifth, just like Mark said, if asked about his business dealings with Ukraine and China, including his dad's involvement, because with his pardon, he has no risk of criminal jeopardy. Interesting. Oh, man. Screwing himself over, which is what they love to do. So if you guys are excited about Kash Patel, hit that like button or give a thumbs up in the chat or something. Like, let's see it. Let's see the interactions. Just yell out Kash, because guys, this is how we're going to rip things apart. We have so many. This administration, when Trump gets in on January 20th, is going to take off running, because Trump knows every inside out way to get things done this time. So even if they don't confirm or they stall on confirming, he's going to figure it out. It's going to be either recess appointments or the other clause he found from 1998 where he can put people in for 200 days or so with an extension of another 200 days. That's so a year and a half. He can just fire it in there. Okay, get these people in there so they can get stuff done, and then he can work on the Senate to get them officially confirmed. Just run it over and over and over again. He's going to sign like 50, 60 executive orders on day one. I'm telling you, day 1 and 2 are going to be crazy. We're going to keep running it hard. The first 100 days are going to be wild. We'll probably see a tax bill done. They're going to introduce the SAVE Act again with the voters to clean up voting. There's going to be investigations into elections. There's going to be clearing out, firing like we've never seen before. I think we're going to see a revolutionary first 100 days. And then it'll slow down, but just by a hair, because there's a lot of work to be done, especially in these first 2 years. And then if he gets everything done, I think he's going to get done. I think he's going to gain in the midterms, which I believe would be the first gain in a midterm in the House since 2002 with Bush, because he was riding the 9/11 coattails, the popularity from 9/11. So if he pulls that off, it'd be yet another historic election. And that's after everybody already is talking that he's going to lose seats in 2026. But why would he? People are going to be riding high. Do you guys understand what 2026 is? It is the 250th anniversary of our country is in 2 years. Trump's already announced that they want to do a fair, a like world fair in Iowa. I think it's Iowa he wants to put it. That's going to be the biggest fair in American history, run for several months. So people are going to keep coming in. It's Americana, man. We're going to be in the American spirit is going to be as high as you've ever seen that year. Because in my opinion, we're going to be coming out of economic downturn, which I believe is going to hit soon, and I'm about to talk about. We're going to go through that. We're going to be rebuilding. We're going to be riding this MAGA wave. We're going to have a much more leaner, more efficient government. Heads are going to roll. Things are going to get cleaned up. Corruption's going to be exposed. And he's going to be heading into the 2026 midterms in the fall with insane momentum and the country in just a great, exciting place. So you tell me, does he really have to get everything done the first 2 years? I don't think so. I don't at all. Thomas Dubois says chemo is done until you get a PAT scan at the end of December. That'll show doc whether you need more chemo. Been tough last week. Your dog went to heaven. Thomas, I'm so sorry, brother. God bless you, man. Jesus was blessed Thomas. I'm so sorry. There's nothing like losing a dog, man. That sucks. So Thomas, we bless you, man. We feel for you. I'm so sorry. I'm glad your chemo's over so you can have a rest during December. So God love you for that. But man, I'm so sorry about the dog. That's just awful. That's so awful. I'm sorry. So Thomas, you're in our thoughts and prayers, brother. You're in our thoughts and prayers. We love you much. So hope the holidays get better from here. I really do. Losing a dog on Thanksgiving sucks. And I'm not trying to take away from your moment at all, because that's terrible. But I lost it was 12 years ago this year when I lost my parents this very same week, Thanksgiving week. So listen, loss in the holidays, it's the absolute worst. But the good news is during the holidays, hopefully people come around you and you can feel loved on during this time. And we take care of you. We take care of we're thinking of you. So Sue says my internet quality is bad on this stream. Is anybody else having that issue? If so, let me see if I can tweak something real quick here. And I apologize. I'm going to have to figure that out, because I have really fast internet, which tells me that there might be an issue with either my Wi-Fi connection on my computer or with moving through Rumble Studio. So I apologize for that, guys. All right. I just tried to figure out something else. So some people say it's good. Some people say it's fuzzy. Hey, the people, it looks like everybody's watching on YouTube. So interesting. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's not my internet. I can tell you that right now. Internet good. So sorry, guys. I don't know what the issue is. That sucks. All right. Well, I'll keep running through the show, and I'll try to work on that tomorrow. All right. Sounds good. Okay. This is hilarious. I'm gonna get to the economy in a minute, but I gotta share this. This is so freaking funny. George Clooney is now fuming. He was seduced by Barack Obama. By the way, I don't want to be seduced by Barack Obama. I don't know about you guys. But putting the boot into Joe Biden before being played for the Trump win. So the Clooney is mad because the people are mad at him for chasing out Joe for that op-ed he wrote. And now he's mad at Obama. He says Obama made him do it. So, I mean, that's just funny. I love it. Yeah, you guys who say it's perfect, what are you watching on? If you don't mind me asking, because I need to know so I can, and I just need the more information, the better. Let me put it that way. The more information, the better. So I can try to figure stuff out. Alan, a whole year is going to be the fair in 2026. Des Moines Fairgrounds, same thing Prince Albert did in England in the Victoria era, Crystal Palace, investors all over. That's awesome. That's awesome. So people are saying YouTube is good. All right. Well, I'm going to keep working on that, guys, troubleshooting it, because I don't want you guys to suffer for my everybody's saying YouTube's good, so that's good. All right, let's keep going. Trump, did you guys see this? Now, this makes me a little worried for XRP going into it, but this is very interesting. Trump threw out that with the BRICS nations, if they go away from the dollar, he's going to hit every BRICS nation with 100% tariff. So Trump is very interested in keeping the dollar powerful. It cleared up for you on YouTube? Well, that's good. Excellent. All right. What's up, Barbara? Good to see you. So he's hitting up the BRICS, and so let's move through this thread. BRICS has been made up of Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and earlier this year, Iran, UAE, Ethiopia, and Egypt joined. Saudi Arabia has got a deal for yen. Dollar's been a major driver in the shift away from trade in the U.S. dollar. Sorry, Russia. Since the war in Ukraine began, Russia began using the yuan to settle exports. Imposing 100% tariffs on all countries in BRICS or may join BRICS could have massive implications. As of this year, 34 more countries expressed interest in joining BRICS. What would be the economic impact? Let's look at China. Already made a significant number of tariffs imposed by US in 2025. EV tariffs will rise to 100%. Semiconductor tariffs rise to 50%, and a variety of others will see 25% plus. These are the tariffs still left in place by the Biden administration. By the way, if everybody's like, we're not having tariffs are bad, we already have tariffs. Trump slammed a bunch on them, and Biden kept them because they're a great idea. So don't listen to these moron economists and liberals. Okay. So by putting the other 100%, this will put 200% tariffs on EVs, which who cares? We don't need electrical vehicles coming in from other countries. I don't know about you, but there's already issues with those batteries. I don't trust Chinese ones. Additionally, last week, Trump threatened 10% tariffs on China, 25% in Canada and Mexico. This could be an additional 110% on Chinese goods. So, sorry, guys, the Dollar Tree is going to get a little more expensive. That's what you got to worry about the most. This is why gold prices have been soaring. 60% tariff on China would generate as much as $300 billion in net revenue over 10 years. So they're projecting $30 billion in revenue a year from tariffs on China. I don't know about you, that sounds like a great deal to me, especially if we're cutting taxes. So prices might go up, but your take-home pay goes up, and you can choose what you buy. Cost of living will go down because energy prices will go down as we drill more. We will bring energy down. We'll get housing down as we get rid of the illegals and we clean up the corruption of all this other craziness going on in the housing market, and cost of living goes down. Your paycheck gets bigger, but yes, the stuff you buy from China gets more expensive. Doesn't that sound great? I get so pissed off, literally pissed off, when economists out there say and lie to people that Trump's tariffs mean inflation. Anybody who thinks that, I'm sorry. If you're an economist, I'm looking at you right now, CNBC, you're a retard. You've gone full retard, and you never go full retard. That's according to Robert Downey Jr. in the classic 2008 Tropic Thunder. Never go full retard. But when people say tariffs will cause inflation, they're going full retard. It doesn't. It just causes prices to raise and stupid stuff you do not need. Unless you really love avocados, and I do love avocados. But if we can clean up our agriculture here, we won't need avocados from Mexico. So listen, tariffs are brilliant. Our entire country was run on tariffs until 1913 when the Fed came in and imposed an income tax on all of us. That the entire country. And we were rich and we had no debt. We were doing great. So listen, these tariffs are going to be fine. This is how Trump is also going to use it as a bargaining tool to make everything better for us, to lower the trade deficit, keep the dollar strong. Tariffs are a wonderful tool, and they can completely power our economy. You get a sale, you just do sales tax and tariffs. We don't need income tax. I bet every single one of you would make that trade. Get rid of income tax. So you're full, your paycheck is full. Everything you earned is full. And you have more money in your pocket. Your wages can go up. Your housing goes down in price, whether you buy or you're renting. It goes down. Gas goes down. Food goes down because gas went down. Everything American goes down because energy prices are down. Wouldn't you take that in a heartbeat just so you can't, Dollar Tree all of a sudden becomes 250 Tree? I would in a second. I just telling you, it's a no-brainer to me. It's a no-brainer. Just Mike says Trump should give Clooney an honorary cabinet position just to troll him and thank Obama. That would be amazing. Wicked says, I'm surprised XRP isn't dropping because Trump isn't for BRICS. Well, that might show you the power of XRP. And I just threw that out there. I don't know what's going to happen. I do think we're going to see a downturn here in crypto that's temporary before it really rockets off again. But I don't know how bad it'll be, but that's something we can talk about. Doesn't every country use Bitcoin, says Dubois? It does. It does. Calvin, stablecoin backed by US dollar, RLUSD. Interesting. Mike Mitchell watched Landman tonight, and he talked about how oil affects the price of goods instantly. 100%. Everything made in America, transportation. I mean, you could say everywhere, but especially American goods will be impacted by our prices going down here. So, oh yeah, we do. So now the same economists have been saying that our economy is great. Exactly. They're a bunch of liars and they've gone full retard. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. John Cox, everyone had an avocado tree. You would never need to buy an Acadia ever again. Avocado ever again. Oh, okay. You love that autocorrect. You want all tax to go away? That's right, Big B. Amen. So listen, I love this. I love it because Trump's fighting for us. I'm not complete anti-BRICS or anything like that. They can do whatever they want, but at the same time, we got to do what's best for us. And I just love how he's throwing this stuff out there because, as it already did with Mexico, these threatened tariffs are already going to start cleaning stuff up before he even gets into office. And that, my friends, is negotiating. That's brilliance. That's how Trump is already doing more outside as president-elect than Biden's doing as president. It's fantastic, and it's absolutely brilliant. So, talking about all this, let's see what could happen on the economy soon. Jim Cramer's out there saying, raring to go, but are we ever overbought? Interesting. So, I've been reading a lot this last 4 days, and you guys know my theory. My theory is that at some point, this economy has to correct. Because it's fake. It's built on debt, and it's built on printing money, and it's built on illegal immigration. All things that are unsustainable. So it has to correct. The stock market has to correct for other reasons. Overbought, bubble, credit bubbles and everything, and all the corruption, you name it. Has to come a correction. It's inevitable. It will come. The question is when. Well, I'm starting to think it's coming very soon. I really am. Because now that Trump's in, they have no more reasons to keep pumping up the economy. They lost. They want to make his life hard. So when are they going to do it, though? Will they wait till he gets in? Or have they already started and it's starting to unwind? That's the question. A lot of stuff was getting very interesting last weekend in Japan with the carry trade. Now, they also started pumping back the yen up. So we don't know if Japan's ready to let this unwind. But in America, we're starting to see signs. And a lot of people are wondering if it starts this week. And there's some interesting reasons to think it could. First of all, see some of this, some of the statistics have been coming in. Okay, information on the economy the last few days. Delinquency rate on commercial mortgage-backed securities for offices spiked to 10.4% November, highest since 2013. So that tells you now some of this is work from home, but we're still getting up in those great financial crisis numbers. Delinquency rate on office loans has soared by more than 5 times over the last 2 years. Commercial real estate is tanking and it's only accelerating. Delinquency is rising at a faster pace than during the '08 financial crisis, puts the entire CMBS delinquency rate on track to exceed a record of 10.7% seen in 2012. Meanwhile, the overall rate risen from 4.6 to 6.4 over the last 12 months, highest since 2020. Commercial real estate crisis accelerating. Look at this. Look at this chart right here. Here is the financial crisis, oil bust. Even in 2020, we're down here. You can't see it because my head is in the way. But 2020, right here. And now we're just skyrocketing. We're about to break this line right here into a record. And honestly, what's going to stop it? This is December. You think people are taking on loans, going in and buying up commercial real estate in December? No, it's only going to get much worse over the next few months. We're in winter now. We don't want the numbers getting really bad heading into winter. You want things to be better going into winter, and then winter can be the dry months. So this happening during this fall, where the Treasury spent $500 billion in October to prop up the economy, and this is already happening. This is scary stuff. Dark pool index cratered the other day. This was on Friday. Huge warning sign because it means big players aren't trading amongst themselves, and dark pools are trading with retail. You guys understand what that means? That means the traders are trying to get us to buy and sell. And they're only focused on that. They're not trading amongst themselves, making that money back and forth, playing the games. They're actually trying to probably unload stuff onto retail. So they're cashing out. Or they're buying up cheap stuff from retail that retail might be stupid about. Maybe things that they're expecting to go higher soon, maybe commodities. They're actually trading. That's really interesting. So when the dark pool is going down, watch out. Here's interesting reasons to watch. This 1929 collapse began once the month rolled over on September 4th. We're rolling into December as of tomorrow. But Gary Gensler is going to make the SMCI announcement on, that's the superconductors, announcement on Tuesday the 3rd. Dow is currently above the 125-year-old resistance trend. Last time this happened was August 1929. Guys, last time this happened was August 1929. 95 years ago was the last time the Dow was above this resistance trend. Can you say overbought? This is getting crazy. And then the Federal Reserve comes in, reports $19.9 billion operating loss in Q3, $3 billion more than Q2. 8th consecutive quarter of operating losses for the central bank. As a result, cumulative operating losses reach a massive $210 billion over the last 2 years. The Federal Reserve is just churning out money like insanity, like at insane rates, guys. This cannot last. This is unsustainable. And this is all going on in this greatest economy ever. Joe Biden saved the economy. Are you out of your minds? It doesn't take much to see. You just peel back the curtain and it is ugly out there. And now Trump's coming in, the man they're more scared about than anybody else in history. What's their incentive? What's their incentive to keep the good times rolling? Or is it finally time to let all this just happen? I mean, this comes as the Fed has been paying hundreds of billions in interest to banks and money market funds. The same time, income the Fed earned on treasuries and mortgage-backed securities has declined. Even the Fed is losing money. Look at this. This should scare the hell out of you guys. And this is Q1 2020. This is our last market crash right here. They were in the blue. They were positive. All 2020 right here. The Fed was making money. even with the economy crashed. And then the last 2 years, this is insanity, guys. This is absolute insanity. So God bless it. Again, it's just a matter of time. When is the question? When? So everybody right now making money on crypto, good for you. Be careful, because if you listen, buy and hold has been a great thing for the last 50, 60 years, longer. But if we're about to face the repercussions of everything that's been going on for the last 50 years, buy and hold might not be the best idea. This is not financial advice. This is an opinion. I'm telling us, myself, I'm going to try to catch some highs and cash out and just be okay if I miss the next 5%, because I'm telling you, we could be facing something major coming soon. Barbara says, hit the like for me, please. Thank you so much, Barbara. I greatly appreciate that. I think we just hit 100 likes. So like, share, subscribe. Thank you, people. John Cox says, winter is coming. That's exactly right. John Cresson, do China tariffs crush Chinese economy and take finger with it? Well, again, just like everything else, if you believe in finger and their product, long term, it'll still be great, even if China suffers a major downturn. But China's been in a downturn now, a major slump for 2 years, and it's only been getting worse. So, I just, it's an interesting, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say how much it'll affect something like finger. Alan says, not just real estate, it's also personal credit cards. So quit using your credit card. Well, yeah, or just use it and YOLO it. And just bank, I don't know. That's not advice. But I'm telling you, like a lot of these lenders, there's gonna be a reckoning with all that stuff very soon here. So now it says, am I trying to tell you Democrats are leaving, all the money's disappeared? Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Rumdog, isn't the Fed thinking of a rate cut? Doesn't that trigger a recession? Oh, they already rate cut. They rate cut in September and November. 50 in September, 25 more BPS in November. They've rate cut. And guess what? Inflation's now going higher again. So has every rate cut triggered a recession? Yes. So is this one looking like it could again? Yes. But the question, the interesting part is that we were already in a recession by many metrics. It just depends where you look. If you look at the government reported numbers, we're doing great. If you look at what those numbers consist of and how they come up with those numbers, we've been in a recession for a while. So it just depends on how you make the soup. And they cut in the midst of that. So yes, this things could greatly get accelerated very soon. What's up, TLC Alex? Late night. Good evening. Have a good one. Thank you, SK. Did I know Kash Patel's been on the board of directors of DJT since 2022? Yes. So let's talk about DJT, Finger, and other short squeeze stocks before we end here. Because if this is really about to happen, guys, if we're about to see this market crash, economic collapse, well, guess what? That means all leverage for short sellers is about to be completely dried up, especially naked short sellers. Those who've been on the hook and not been being margin called because there's been so much cash run around, that's about to end. And so when you're looking at monsters like DJT, Finger, possibly still GameStop, although I'm less confident on that, but others are not. Others are very confident on it. You're looking at stocks like that. This could be the time where they blow up and have their major runs everybody's been waiting for. This could all be happening very soon as this economic downturn happens. And again, I'm telling you, for me, it's Finger and DJT are my big ones. And you talk about DJT. Well, here's Ham right here. It says Finger DJT. This is great news. The new AG of the USA, Attorney General Pam Bondi, owns 106,000 shares of DJT. So you got Kash Patel's on the board. Pam Bondi has 106,000 shares. These people, not just Trump, are across the board. Many of them are invested heavily in DJT. Do you really think they're going to just let the shorts get away with this one? Look at this. According to SEC commission or SEC filings, Bondi owns 106,250 shares of DJT, went public in late March. At current prices, stake's worth nearly 3.3 million. Bondi also owns 31,000 warrants to purchase common stock. I'm telling you guys, this is why DJT's my biggest, as far as the one I'm most confident about, runs soon. Because this entire team, the stock that carries the man's name who's about to be president, this team is into it. And Pam Bondi is about to be Attorney General. Kash Patel is about to be FBI Director. You guys do the math. The most powerful man in the world owns 51% of the stock. You think he's going to be okay with his money being continually being stolen from him? I don't think so. And I'll tell you what, if DJT goes, it could be such a monster. This could break stuff open. And then you have Finger, GameStop, other names that I can't think of off the top of my head, just because I haven't been following them as much lately. But I do think this is coming. The question is when. I don't know when. I can't tell you guys when. But I will tell you this. I'll watch very carefully as we're getting closer and closer to Trump's inauguration. The shorts are going to be looking for ways out. If they're smart, maybe they're not smart. But if they're smart, they'd be looking for ways out before he gets inaugurated, and especially before he gets people in these seats of power that can investigate corruption, go after these people criminally. Secondly, I'm watching for every sign of the economy starting to downturn, especially the stock market. Because if the stock market starts cratering, that's when margin calls are coming, baby. It might be a good time, just saying, it might be a good time to go revisit our favorite movies, The Big Short, Margin Call, etc., and so forth. Because I think time, guys, I don't think we're far away. I don't think we're far away. Our guy won, and he is heavily invested with his team in one of the greatest short squeeze setups of all time in DJT, which will only help all the other ones like Finger. And yes, help you people in MMTLP get your cleanup as well. So guys, get ready. I think exciting times are coming, despite the fact scary things are coming too, which is a down economy, which might be the worst we've seen in our lifetimes, even worse than 2009. But the good news is we have the right people in power to rebuild out of it. I think it'll be short-lived, maybe 6 months to 18 months at the most, in my opinion. It is coming. It'll be temporarily very scary, but hopefully we all get rich going into it. It's a good time to accrue assets during that time when they're cheaper. And, I'll be here the whole way talking us through it and sharing my opinions. And so you guys can, at least hear my side of things as you make decisions. So I look tired, Dirty. I've just had a long weekend, but it's been really good. I'm not that tired. I feel refreshed, actually. I feel refreshed. But I've had a few beers tonight and I watched my Niners get destroyed. So that might be why I got a little sleepy eye going on. Cindy Lou says, you were looking at X and Elk said since Hunter hadn't been charged, he can't be pardoned for crimes he haven't been charged with. He's a federal police officer. Interesting. I don't know if that's true or not. Biden's got away from us, but not the Lord. Amen. Amen. Kramer needs to be investigated platforms for a short. Oh, that is 100% true. That is 100% true. So, anyways, guys, on that note, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to be with you guys this week, Monday through Thursday. So plenty to cover. Things are going to get crazy. I'm excited for everything going on. We are winning. We're going to keep winning more. We got to keep praying that they avoid World War III, which I think they will, but we got to keep praying for that. Got to keep praying that there's no way they can keep Trump from getting in, which I don't see how they could possibly do it. They've already done everything crazy as possible, and none of it worked. So he won too big, in my opinion. But we got to get to January 20th. And in the meantime, it's time to be watching and planning, in my opinion, not financial advice, but in my opinion, it's time to be watching and planning your portfolios, what you guys want to do and which scenarios. Plan out multiple scenarios in case you see a major stock market crash coming, in case you see a crypto crash. Get ready for all that stuff because a window of opportunity is coming, but first comes the pain. And if you play it right, you won't lose much in the pain cycle, and you can use it as an accumulation period when everything goes lower. But prepare yourselves too, because the economy is about to go through some pain. It really is. I just don't know what it's going to look like and when. So, might not be the best time to just quit your job because you're mad at your boss. Just saying. So, Robert says, think they'll find a way to move shorts to the new Texas stock exchange. That would be awesome if they pulled that off. Yeah. Dirty says, get XRP while you can under 250. Yeah, especially as a short-term trade. The thing about XRP is I don't know if it's going to have a pullback here, especially if there's a downturn coming, because there's a lot of hedge funds and a lot of money that's going to be pulled out of crypto to be put back into the stock market or to run to cash while things crash. So the question is, when will that happen? How bad will it be? And how much will they pull out, and how much will it affect crypto? But there will be a downturn if this all goes down the way I think it will in crypto before it ramps back up. So if everybody's worried about missing it, I don't think you've missed it. I think there will be another buying opportunity soon. Romdog, I see left is upset Pam's DJT in her portfolio like it was insider trading. That's insane. That's so stupid. I didn't see that, Romdog. Yes, I'll end in a prayer as usual. So, Thomas, you're welcome. God bless you. Yeah, always thinking of you, friend. So, on that note, guys, have a blessed evening. Let's end in a prayer. So, Heavenly Father, thank you for today. God bless everybody in this chat. Thank you, God, for all of them. It's an amazing community. I'm so blessed to be a part of it. So, bless everybody here. Help us have wisdom moving forward in everything we do. And we pray for protection of our nation, this world, God, that nothing like war with Russia would break out, that all that would be held off, and peace in the Middle East as well. And God, just pray that Trump and his team get in January 20th unscathed, healthy, and safe, and ready to run. And I pray to God that you just let everything move smooth and fast so that lots can get done. You got him this far. I don't think, despite all that went on, so I don't think your plan was for it all to end once he gets in office. So we thank you for that, God. The people are behind him. We're blessed. This year was amazing. So thank you for that. And yeah, just prepare us for whatever's coming and how we can best prosper moving forward and bless others around us. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Bless you guys. Have an awesome night. Thank you for dropping in. Please like, share, subscribe on your way out. And I will see you all tomorrow with whatever else is going on. So God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.